Alright. Alright, I think we're live. Had a little bit of a... I have no idea what the technical difficulty was, but it seems like... we're good now. Alright. Jeez. There we go. Let's get chat over here. First, second, third. Nice. Hello, hello. It's really weird. It's really weird. Because I didn't end the stream. The stream didn't end. It was still going. But it also, I couldn't pick it back up. I couldn't start streaming to it again, so. What can you do? Yeah, we'll blame it on the YouTubes. Alright. Where were we? Where were we? We had to face Ogre Kingdoms, eh? Does this mean spears for days? Probably means spears for days. That ending, wait, does it? And then everything ends, yeah. Oh man, yeah, I spilled milk all over the computer. Just everywhere. It was terrible. All right. Well, I think Flying Taco should be, he should know that we're back up, so that should be fine in a second. What are we doing against ogres? I think obviously rat ogres are good. We want mass to counter their mass. We want at least 2 wolf rats. We very much so want council guard halberds. Hey, what's up? Hey, Ed Tinley, hello, hello. Yeah, flying taco sandwich. Oh man, yeah. PC, I don't know what happened. My PC just kept running. It's not like anything went wrong here. The stream just stopped working. I just saw like F's in chat like crazy. Yeah, we're back. We're back. All right. What's good against Ogre Kingdoms aside from spears? Like, you need a little bit for their range spam, right? I don't want to get just range spammed. I guess I could bring a warp lock to Zale in case he goes for heavy ranged. 1 cannon, and then honestly, I don't know. I haven't played enough games against ogres to really know what I want here. Cause like you can have like the slingers, right? The trappers, the Noblar trappers. I don't really want to suffer against those guys. I think my lord is gonna be Tretch. Cause why not? Let's get some Tretch action. There we go. You know what? Do I get fully stacked Tretch? How expensive are these abilities? This one's pretty terrible. That one's pretty terrible. I don't want that. But I will take the leadership, among other things. And then we can also go ahead and pick up the... Is anything good here? Is anything good on this guy? I guess the summons. It's pretty vanilla, but like, what else are you gonna take versus ogres, right? Sure, let's go for the summons. Plague Rash is very good. And then he can also be my source of terror. Nice. A little bit of a Mortis engine going there. Sweet, sweet. And I think we're good. All right. Let's see how this goes. Kite him. I'll do my best. Well, not kiting him this time. If you want to see a kite game, you should check out the last stream that just randomly crashed. Yeah. Anything good on the Skaven roster? I guess not. Alright, here we go. Did you want Warplock Jazales to counter their range? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Stealth Jazales. So happy to have you here, Loopy. Logic stream died too. It's a YouTube issue. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so it's not just me. It's not just me. All of YouTube's just imploding. We did it, boys. Alright, so here we go. Pretty fun build. We got a pretty traditional ranged and defense type build. Except today, the thing that makes it a little bit different is that we have Tretch, and that's it. Obviously, the wolf rats are going to be great. I do love me my wolf rats. We have the good old council guard. They are unbreakable. One of the best Skaven units in the game. Don't want them to get power fisted or anything. So you got to be real careful about dodging with them. And then just a bunch of rat ogres just to provide a little bit of mass. This is like, you know, this is almost bread and butter Skaven. Most Skaven builds are just sort of derivatives of this. Or this is just a derivative of your usual Skaven playstyle. So there's nothing really too special going on, but, you know, you go for like a wide formation. If they dive into the middle, you surround them with rat ogres. It's a good time. So let's see how it goes. I basically really need to worry about my wolf rats doing well here. They have to work a lot to make sure that they're actually chasing down guys. Everyone at Twitch celebrating. Yeah, so let's see here. He's gone for an Iron Blaster. That's good. That's good. He's gonna be poking down my guys a little bit, but it's fine. He also has a scrap launcher, so that's going to mean I probably should be advancing at least a tiny bit. We'll just sort of slow push him. You know, no need to rush. Of course, we have our Giselles here that can start a poking. And as long as this bad boy doesn't get too many shots in, we're okay. And it doesn't kill an entity. Thank goodness. That's all that really matters for me. The wolf rats are going to be playing pretty defensively too right now. Don't want them to die too hard. The Giselles can just start poking away at these here Noblars. This Noblar should be pretty easy to take down. He's going hard on my artillery though. Overall, it's generally a pretty good play. But it seems like he's going to be having a pretty hard time actually landing his shots against it. We are on a hill too, which does make it a little bit harder for that to work. So at the get-go, I'll say I'm feeling pretty good about my odds so far. Giselles are doing all right. These guys are taking a little bit of heat, but as long as you can get some good poke here with the Giselles, I think we're pretty happy. Might even be able to hit up the Iron Blaster, though I don't think I'll ever kill it, so it's not like it's super worth it to shoot at that right now. I'd rather hit like the Ogre Bulls instead. Okay, nice. In the meantime, the cannon's doing all right. We're just gonna keep on slow pushing. I do, weirdly enough, have somewhat of a range advantage because of these Giselles. So I'm sort of happy with how this is panning out. He doesn't have that much ammunition either, so I'm fairly free to do as I wish. Nice, another miss. That's a big plus. Nice, let's just keep pushing up with this thing, honestly. If I can just burn a lot of the Iron Blaster ammunition, I'm pretty happy with that. Looks like he's starting to retarget with the scrap launcher too. Nice. Yeah, this is going all right. So we're getting some good poking. Look at that. We're at like 5. We're a little bit down on trading actually because of how much damage he's done to the cannon, but you know, it's not too bad. Ooh, nice dodges from the taco. Some good dodges. Let's see if these wolf rats can get some poking on his Noblars here. Let's get the Tretch going also, why not? Let's see, you know, let's buff up that melee attack. I think as long as the Giselles are poking away, I'm pretty happy with the damage we're doing. Here we go, a little bit of poke on these Ogre Bulls. It's a little bit scary though. He's going for a big surround, which could really mess me up if I'm not careful. Here we go. He's going for it. He's going for it. We're seeing a big collapse here on the flank, so I'm just gonna remaneuver to try and defend against that. I want to get these guys braced up against those Ogre Bulls. Nice. Giselles just gonna fire over there. These guys can face off against those bulls. And then over here in the center, we'll see how well these guys can hold. At least the cannon is still online and operational. That's very good. Oh, man, but we take a big charge from those there ogres. Pretty painful for us, but still not the worst thing in the world. He's avoiding my my guys over here, which is a good call. But I think we are all right. I can get this guy. Let's put him in there. And then also get a big old breath attack. I want to get the terror in there as fast as possible. Defend my very important guys. My very expensive, important Giselles. Want to keep them alive as much as possible. And then hopefully we don't take too much of a beating from his Stonehorn. It's really in the thick of things right now. And honestly, I can't really focus it down. So it's going to be a little bit scary, honestly. See, how's Tretch doing? Tretch is doing all right. Our Giselles are taking some damage, but we've gone a mass route over here. The problem is that I did lose a lot of my wolf rats, unfortunately, to the initial engagement. So we'll see how it pans out. I do like how well this fight is going, though. I will say that is a very good route for me. Hopefully we can get as much damage in there as possible. And then the wolf rats are just going to be looking for safety. So the Jezzails, they can start pulling back, I think. Yeah, I think we're all right. I don't like that Iron Blaster getting closer though. Let's go ahead and pull away from that bad boy. As for Tretch, he can start fighting the Stonehorn. Obviously not the best guy for dealing with that, but he'll be all right. Rat Ogres unfortunately died to those guys over there. Not really much we could have done against that. And honestly, I think Flying Taco's got this. I think he's got this. He had a really nice surround and engage. And I don't know if I have what it takes. Now, I do have the Wolf Rats, but he's doing a good job chasing off all of my guys. It's going to come down really to how well of man, I wish I had a Hell Pit Abomination. That's what I really want. Yeah, it's going to come down to how well he can deal with my single entities. His Iron Blaster doesn't have that much ammo left, which is a bit of a saving grace for me. But we are rapidly running out of units here. It's a little bit of a problem. These ogres over here, I'm gonna have to pull away from them. Hopefully I can keep him distracted with my rats, and if I can snipe out his lord, that would be huge for me. So let's try and do that. In the meantime, we'll just keep distracting with the rats, keep chasing off as many guys as we can, and then Tretch can go for the kill. Tretch is gonna try and go for a big snipe. I don't think he'll be amazing for it, but you know, there's always a chance. Here we go. Looking good, Tretch, looking good. We have the Plague Priest doing all right against those guys over there. And you know what? It's not too bad here. It's honestly not the worst. We can also chase off these ogres here. We have a fairly strong single entity force. But of course he still has his chariots. And I'm down to just but a single rat ogre, so I think we'll probably lose on the mass side of things. At the very least, I should be able to chase off a lot of guys. Really not liking those saber tusks, though. They are causing me many, many issues. Let's see here. At least those ogres are starting to rout off now. Oh no, the Plague Priest is still alive. I worry about that Stonehorn. The Stonehorn is by far the scariest threat here. Everything else is doing all right, though. Like even the Plague Priest is doing good with his terror. But I think the Plague Priest is going to be routing off soon by the looks of it. Oh, that's a Scrag too, all right. Scrag could be a bit of an issue. Now, it's not like it's the end of the world. We might still be able to beat him up, honestly. Let's see if we can beat him up with the Tretch. I think that might be a good plan here. You can chase off a lot of these guys with the Wolf Rats too. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that blob fight. Oh my goodness, the scrap launcher shots are brutal, man. Come on. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot on Scrag and how well Tretch does. Tretch will be alright in this situation, but I think his healing's gonna be too much. Our Plague Priest is routing off too. Yeah, that's gonna be it. We got outranged, guys. We got outranged. Stonehorn's gonna be a big problem, yeah. Dang. Honestly though, well played by Flying Taco. I think he did well. I guess what would I have wanted here? What, just like more Jezzails? I still needed a better rush defense. I think that was sort of my problem. Tretch was also sort of janky. I think honestly, if I had a single Hell Pit Abomination, I think we would have been way more fine. Just like a Hell Pit and go for a really strong single entity fighting core. Nevertheless, I think that's it. Unless Tretch manages to just crush it here, which you never know. It is Tretch. He is a beast. Come on, Tretch, you got this. I think the Wolf Rats too. I probably only needed one Wolf Rat. But yeah, GG, well played. Come on, Tretch, get him. Get him, Tretch. Okay, yeah, no, it's over. GG. Dang, Flying Taco giving us the first loss of the day. Brutality. I think there's a lot that I could have changed up with the build though. I think we really needed a big single entity. Like one Hell Pit Abomination might have won it. And then like, you know, some more. One Hell Pit and like 2 Warp Lightnings. That's probably fine enough. I did really like the Storm Vermin. They were a good idea. The Clan Rats sort of crumpled though. Yeah, there's a lot I could change up here. Nevertheless, GG. GG, well played. Yeah, he didn't have that much range. Honestly, if I went full single entity, we wouldn't have been able to kill it. Other than with the Iron Blaster. Yeah, Scrap Launcher is actually pretty good. It really kills the elite infantry. Alright, what the? This guy. Alright. Game number 6. Here we go. Oh, it's the domination game. Jeez. It's been a while. This is our first domination game today. Oh my goodness. Would the Iron Blaster kill a Hell Pit? I would need the artillery to drain his ammo too, I think. Yeah, so like I need a mix of artillery to drain ammo off the Iron Blasters, and then the Hell Pit to sort of clean up after that. Because the scariest thing you could do against that is like a double Iron Blaster play, and I don't think that'll really do too well. Alright, let's see what we're taking. Dreaded 13th, Vermintide. Yeah, we'll next time we run into him, if Flying Talker queues up into us again, we'll get our revenge. We shall. Alright, let's see. So the Vermintide, the Dreaded 13th, great for artillery killing. We got the Poison Wind, and the way that I like to play this in Domination is we do something like this. We get like the quadruple Rat Ogre and the reinforcements. We have a single Doom Flayer, which I really like. The main army, I like having the Natty Boobos, where they're really powerful ranged. He's playing as Empire, and then like 2 Rattling Guns to sort of punish a dive into my backline. Now he might go for a pretty heavy artillery build, and if he does, we'll need some way of actually diving into that. It's gonna be a little bit sketchy, but not the worst thing in the world. Honestly, let's see, Empire. The lore choice against Empire, I think, is like, you want something with a bit more mass, or like a bit more speed than the Gracier, if I remember correctly, like a Throt. It's because I want something to deal with the Volkmar. Hey, Mads, thank you very much for the $10. No comment. No comment, too. Dang. Thank you very much, man. Just noticing, no Triads last game. Triads aren't that good. Look at how squishy they are. 6,000 HP. They have, like, no health. And Ogres just do insane damage on the charge. Domination is boring? I wouldn't think so. What makes you feel like Domination is boring? Because I assure you, there's a lot more going on in strategy-wise than you would expect. In terms of like spectacle, I can see Domination being less spectacle-focused. So in the same sense, you could say like chess is very boring, just because there's not a lot going on. But overall, I'm pretty pro Domination. Let's see, what am I doing here? I think I want to have a rush build of some sort. Something like this. And then just like a ton of Skaven Slave Spears to shut down his cavalry, summon in some Rad Ogres, and that's alright. I'll take a Hell Pit in the pocket just in case, but I don't really know what I want here. Maybe like a Warp Lightning, then some Clan Rats. It feels alright. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Domination even has a lot of spectacle. Like if you just look at my tournaments, there's a lot going on. I think sort of I think the main problem is that a lot of people say that they say things very objectively when it comes to text. So like people say Domination is boring instead of like I'm not a fan of Domination, which is sort of it's it is very objective what is fun and exciting for each person. How do you deal with cavalry? Rat Ogres primarily. Rat Ogres and Globadiers can both do okay, but they're not like amazing. Yeah, Skaven do suffer from cavalry quite a bit, so we'll see how he does. Rattling Gunners have friendly fire? I'd say all units should have friendly fire. I think units would just control a lot better if they would just friendly fire a little bit more. Fortunately, they don't. Just adjusting that text box real quick. There we go. Yeah, I think a lot of units could do really well with friendly fire. Just because most of the time they're arcing their shots anyways, and when it's not there, it's just like it's just really hard to get you guys shooting in the right direction. The main bummer is just an endless tide of units piling onto points. So, see, that's the thing, right? That's not actually what domination is. So I've made this analogy before. Imagine if I describe chess as like, all you do is just trade pieces all the time. Like, I take his queen, and then he takes my queen, because it's like super out of position. And then like, I trade my knight for his knight, and then I trade my bishop for his bishop. And then like, if you tell that to a chess grandmaster, they're gonna be like, dude, that's not how you play chess. What are you talking about? It's just, yeah, that's just not how domination is supposed to be played. Now, people can play domination that way. And I think when they do, it is not very interesting. But it's just, you know. Like, I would say Bronze League StarCraft isn't that exciting either, right? So, I don't know. That's sort of how I see it. Yeah, lots of people do play it that way. And lots of people also play chess badly. But they accept that chess is a more complicated game. But for domination, I don't think we have the culture yet built up where people sort of understand that they're playing domination incorrectly. Yeah, I think we just need some time, honestly. You give people some time, they learn how to play domination, and then it gets better. You know, the more games Turin casts, the better educated people will be. Actually, high-level chess basically revolves exclusively around trading. Like, even if that is true, you know what I mean. Well, you want me to use Go as an analogy? Oh boy, the lag is kicked in, not like this. But yeah. There is a lot to talk about chess more than just trading. Or you can even say that the trading is very interesting on its own too. It's like, it's like how you trade. Wow, what just happened? What in the world just happened? Well, I need to advance on that ASAP. Jeez, my goodness, what just happened? Why is the Sunmaker so strong? I gotta dodge that ASAP. Oh my goodness, Sunmaker. Man, like I knew the Sunmaker was strong. I didn't know it was that strong. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It tore me a new one, didn't it? Yeah, that was painful. Well, now I sort of have to advance. He's putting me in an awkward position. Thankfully, his war wagons are not a terribly good unit at trading, so by charging into me, so that's fine. And I want to just get in range so I can get my dreaded 13th spell on his guys. That's going to be the plan today. In the meantime, we're also going to sneak a capture point because I'm already trading down, so might as well go for a capture point type victory. We're just going to ignore Boris for now. Just keep him out of the business here. And then, there we go. Let's see if we can get that AoE going. We should be able to hit up his mortars too, which is nice. Come on. There we go. That'll be a good dreaded 13th if we can land it. He's trying to snipe out my lord. That's all right. He should be fine. Oh, he's hitting up my artillery piece though. That is a no good. But there we go. Dreaded 13th on the Sunmaker. All right. Now that's gonna be helping us. I really needed that because the Sunmaker was getting far too much damage on me. There we go. Oh my goodness, that's a relief. Nice. So now with that bad boy shut down, we can actually get the proper push on. We're just gonna go hyper aggressive here. Honestly, he spent a lot of money on artillery and skirmishers, and I think we can use that to our advantage here. These Free Company militia are so blobbed up. Let me just get the money shot real quick. There you go. Actually, didn't do that much damage. Still pretty good though. Still pretty good. I'll take it. Let's go ahead and get a summon. And then I mostly just gotta shut down these wagons now. So Rat Ogres are sort of the primary tool that we'll be using to kill him. I'll also start targeting my warp lightning cannon on them too. And then we should be fine. I guess I might as well also slow down Boris a little bit while he's there. Okay, nice. It looks like we do kill off the mortars, I think. Let's see, what is this? What's going on here? My Globadiers are getting all mucked up on my Jezzails, unfortunately. Man, this is such a janky game. I've been playing this terribly, but thankfully he's sort of been mucking up a bit too. So it's not the end of the world. What are those? Are those grenade launchers? This guy. This guy. I gotta say, I don't have the most optimal build in the world, but you know, we're doing all right. We're trading okay into the swordsman. We have our back point over here getting captured by our infantry. Let's get a couple more guys over there. And nice, we have our rattling gunners. Sweet. Man, Empire on the defense is crazy, man. They're actually quite good in domination on a map like this, where the Sunmaker can essentially just chill in the very far back corner of the map. Pretty painful for us early on, but thankfully due to his mass Free Company militia summons, we're going to be able to pull back at least a little bit here. So I'm not too worried. We also have Boris going after my lord, but I thankfully do have a lot of guys to help defend. Then we should be fine. And we did have to push really aggressively just to shut down his artillery, but I think it's worth it overall. Alright, there we go. There's the damage on Boris. Sweet. We have our Poison Wind Globadiers finally firing. Amazing. We have the low ground point. And then I think we can probably get a Plague Monk there if I really wanted. No real rush, though. It's sort of fine. Alright, there we go. We're starting to push back. Man, that was such a janky start. I really did not do that too well. My lack of Skaven experience is really showing. Enticity, you tried to play Dune. Honestly, I wasn't too excited about Dune. It didn't really tickle my fancy. Okay, this could be a disgusting Dreaded 13th spell. Come on, give it to me. Yes, there we go. There's the money shot. All right, I'll take it. Let's go start chasing these guys off now. All right, sweet. So overall, I'd say things are going pretty well for us. I think it's time we get a chariot over on the right flank to clear up that infantry. And then the main problem that I'm running into here is that he's spamming out a lot of skirmishers against me. So sort of focusing on anti-skirmish tech will probably be the way that I want to go here. As for Boris and my Rad Ogres, I do have to be a little bit careful about that. But I think we will be fine. I think we'll be fine, because Boris is honestly taking a lot of damage, so as long as we can just keep him pinned, it should be okay. He's taking in a little bit more infantry, which isn't too problematic. Okay, yeah. Alright, now sort of the big question for me is, now what? What do I generally want to be summoning in a Skaven? I think overall, stuff like Plague Monks and Rat Ogres is generally the way you want to go. And usually you don't really want to be summoning in too many clan rats. That's my theory on how to get your Skaven summons going properly. But I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played nearly as many Skaven games as I would have wanted. Man, he's really going aggressive with the chariot mode on the war wagons. They're not that good chariots. I'm seeing a little bit of Kislev syndrome, where he's just going full melee with them. Now, it is good for stopping my guys from shooting for a bit. So it's not the worst move ever for many of these dive-ins, but usually they want to use up all of their ammunition to pay for themselves, and unfortunately he's going to be losing that chariot. Seems like Boris is also going to be on his way out too, and I think we'll be able to pull our value back just off of some good trading here. Alright, let's get another Rat Ogre summon. And then over here, it looks like he will control that point, unfortunately, but we're still doing all right. Good thing about the Free Company militia, by the way, they don't have any armor piercing, so they only do like 25% damage to my Gracier here. He'll basically be fine against Free Company. Nice. Yeah, honestly, I'm actually not a huge fan of Free Company militia on the Empire. I feel like they just trade a little bit too weak. They just trade a little bit too badly, unfortunately. Noxelis just getting way too excited about the bell. A true Skaven. Alright, nice. Rat Ogres with the cleanup. I think we're good. I think we're good. Honestly, I wonder if I want rat, like, more wolf rats. It's like the wolf rats would be really good at cleaning up here. They'd probably be able to harass his artillery too. But honestly, if he just spammed out cavalry instead of free company, I think we would have been screwed here. I think the cavalry would have doomed us. But nevertheless, he's going for yet another Sunmaker and a Sigmar's Sons. Wow, this guy, he's really committed to the cause there. That is a crazy commitment on his part. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's see. I think these guys are gonna be out of ammo soon. Yeah, they're out of ammo. All right, let's pull back, defend the Warp Lightning Cannon. We'll just plow through with our Ride Ogres. Then we should be fine. Honestly, this game was really sloppy on both sides, I think. I didn't feel too great about my play. I didn't feel too great about his play, but we got there. We got there, and there we go. Those guys voted off. Now, unfortunately, the artillery crew is going to go down. But nevertheless, we should be fine, because now I got a Hell Pit. The Hell Pit's just going to really secure our position. It'll be great at clearing out any cavalry that show up, so that should be fine. And then we still have Globadiers for his infantry. Oh, man. Yeah, I know, his own version of the Doom Rocket. The Sunmaker is just insane, man. The Sunmaker is insanely good. I think because of how explosive damage got reworked in Warhammer, it just started being crazy strong. Sunmaker does, like, it did damage to my Globadiers. And Globadiers usually have insanely strong HP. They usually don't take that much damage from artillery, but like, look at that missile strength. Armor piercing missile damage 70. The explosion damage is 51. 51 explosion damage. So it is like one-shotting most infantry that it comes into contact with. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. But alright, he's gonna keep spamming out free company. Honestly, I wish he had taken some more cavalry. He could have won this with some proper cavalry play. Like the free company militia, I've been summoned like multiple times now. They're at like 100 gold value. They're not paying for themselves in the slightest right now. I'm like countering them with like a single summon of clan rats. Not to mention the blobbing up. Never blob up your infantry like this, otherwise stuff like this will happen. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. Yeah, they can be okay in aggressive builds, but I still think, like, if you want to play aggressive, I still think cavalry's better. That's my general thought process, but anyways, it's about time we actually end this a bit faster. Let's just go for the triple cap. I've been sort of chilling a little bit too much. We can play more aggressively here just to end the suffering a little bit faster. You know, I would be really interested to try out an Empire wind farming video at some point. I feel like my Empire play is pretty under-practiced, but it does feel like they do have potential, which is the interesting part. It feels like they should be able to do good. I just never am able to have them hit their full potential. Yeah, war wagons do actually carry pretty hard. They are rather strong. Alright, nice. Here we go. We're good. We got the triple cap. We're set. Let's get those warp lightning cannons pointed at them. Come on, fire! Fire! Turn and fire! Oh my gosh. Does this work? Oh, it worked! We got him! Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Alright. Let's just, yeah, let's just keep pummeling him over there. Can I get another one? Is this broken? Come on. If this can actually kill the war wagons, that would be great. Come on. Oh, come on. I just want to get the shot off. Nah, it didn't really work. All right. What can you do? What can you do? We killed one war wagon with the manual fire at least. But yeah, this game's totally over though. We've basically just army wiped them. I don't think he has any cavalry summons. We just have like 1 million rat ogres now to clean up his infantry. That was hella cinematic. It wasn't that cinematic. I feel like the jitteriness of the warp lightning cannon sort of ruined the shot a bit. Oh dang, he actually did have cavalry. I'm surprised he's only summoning them now. They would have done so well earlier. Alright, here we go. Let's finish him off. Yeah, see, this is a problem with domination. There's no army losses. So when you do actually kill off your opponent, the game just sort of doesn't end if they don't leave. It's sort of like in chess, where if you're down like a million pieces and they just decide to run their timer down, you know, for this to work, we sort of need a culture of knowing how domination works. But you know, it's fine. We get some fun with our cinematics. Sunmaker, by the way, insanely good at friendly firing. Be very careful about where you point your Sunmaker, because it will delete your infantry. I know this from my campaigns. Oh, my Hellstorms just ruined my guys so much. Alright, but here we go. Hell Pit Abomination was a good call. Honestly, I should probably lean more on the single entity side of Skaven. I feel like Skaven single entities end up being rather strong. Yeah, points go down up to 1,500, so we'll be done this in like half a minute. Just give it 30 seconds. Is it just me, or are Outriders generic just bad now? Outriders have never really been super meta. People have always gone Pistoliers or the other variant instead. Man, those Rattling Gunners. Wow, they almost got taken out by the Free Company though. Props to them, man. Imagine a Hell Pit with swords in every hand it has. That would be sick. Sounds like an Elden Ring reference. I guess minor spoilers to Elden Ring. That's totally that's, if it was axes, then it'd be, what's his face? Godric? Godric's his name? Or Godfrey? Goldfoy? Any Goldfoy enjoyers? Seeing that boss is really weird in Elden Ring, I gotta say. That was really weird. The name being so similar felt a little bit cheap, but you know, whatever. Alright, here we go. Nice. 5 wins. Sick. Look at that. 3,000 value, 2,000 value. The range did pretty well. I played really badly there. I sort of just walked into the Sunmaker. Even though I did shut it down, it paid for itself. What I probably should have done was a more conservative playstyle. Force him to come to me first before I actually rush him down. Golden Order Andes. Oh man, what's a good situation for avalanche mortars for Skaven? They just gotta stay alive for a good amount of time. All right, now I'm gonna hold true to my word. I want to play a heavier single entity type of Skaven. I want to go the Hell Pit, you know, like I want to go Hell Pit. I want to have Thought. I want to be like the biggest, baddest single entity fest you've ever seen. This is a disgusting build. This is like, you know what? Throw in the assassin there too while we're at it. So this type of Skaven build is really interesting, because essentially all you're really doing is trying to wear down their tools to kill off the single entities, and then you win with everything else. So like everything else is just here to distract. So like you want stuff that's gonna deal with, like, if he has artillery kite, right? Greenskins, perfect. So like what you do is, like, you know, you have like some Globadiers, some really high priority threat that he has to dive in on. You have, like, you know, your Rat Ogres. It's Greenskins, we'll take one Wolf Rat. And then like let's see here. What else do I want? I want something. I need something that can sort of force him to come to me into the blob. But like essentially, it's like he has to expend so many resources to shut down my secondary army that my main army just hard carries with the single entity fighting. That's a general gist of it. I did a horrible job explaining it, but you know what I mean. So like I think some Globadiers is good, and then just like a million Clan Rats. Oh, and then the Council Guard, of course. Now you may notice I have no money, and that is a partial mistake on my part. I need to do something like I guess just clan rat spam. Just some basic clan rat spam. Something like this. I don't know. This feels a bit off, though. I gotta say, this feels a little bit off. I think I need, like, an artillery piece. I think that's how it worked before. How did people used to play Skaven? What, was it like... Do I have fewer Globadiers? What was the old Skaven way of playing? I think it was something like this. So you have, like, the cannon, a load of infantry, and then, like, a couple of rat ogres. I forget how you play. I don't know how to play Skaven. This build is, like, close, but it's not quite there. But, like, the general idea is that you just have such a disgusting amount of single entity power that after the main fighting is down, after most of his archers have ran off the battlefield, you can sort of just win with this blob. Something like that. Yeah, maybe like a Plague Claw. This artillery piece is really good, though. It's fairly meta. I didn't chevron, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. Skitterly brush. If it wasn't greenskins, maybe. Yeah, people had, like, yeah, 2 catapults, some cannons, and then, like, a million. I think they had... they went a bit softer on the monster front. I think it was Skrulk instead of Throt. I think I went a bit too hard on the monsters, but this should do. This should be fine. And this is sort of my theory on how I could have been the ogres earlier, Flying Taco. Do you think like a Skaven single entity blob would have been ogres? I know you did have the 1 Iron Blaster, but you did spend a lot of ammo just killing 1 lightning cannon. I feel like maybe if I went harder on the single entities there, it would have been fine. Maybe cut the Tretch. Although I think even if I had cut Tretch, it wouldn't have changed the battle that much. Oh boy, is this guy gonna load in? Is he gonna load in? You think the hell pits would be scary due to the bug? Oh, that's true. Yeah, they heal to max. Hopefully that gets fixed soon. Yeah, the hell pits are... Yeah, that's very true. If they weren't bugged, it wouldn't be nearly as hard. It depends on your ammunition. You did have enough to kill a bell, which does worry me a little bit. I think the Iron Blast was just really good overall. Maybe, what, would I have to do like a Skaven Rush build against ogres? That seems a bit awkward. Maybe a Skaven Kite build? Skaven Kite build against ogres is just asking to get run over. Ogres are so fast. They are quite resistant to the kite. Alright, here we go. Here's my janky build of the day, guys. I really don't know how to play Skaven. I gotta do more, like... I gotta do more tournament analysis on how people play these guys, because it's really weird. I just don't... When I look back into my instincts on how to play a faction, usually I have quite a bit to sort of help me figure out exactly what I want to be bringing. When I play a Skaven, I just blank every time. Like, I don't know what my core starting army is. I don't know what percentage of each unit I want. It's really weird. And then I have like a million hotkeys like this. I don't know what I'm doing with. Look at this, all the way to 6 and then 9. Janky. Yeah, Ogres won. Ogres won with a bit of a kite build into a very heavy rush. It's very strong. It was very strong. Yeah. It felt like a very well-tuned build, but here we go. We have a pretty large greenskin army. We got the single Grom the Paunch. He's not too scary against what I got. I just have an insane amount of fighting power. Unless he has like a rogue idol or something, we're fine. Yeah, alt left click drag. Really good way to maneuver your army. Oh, look at that. The Mad Lad has some skirmishers. Perfect opportunity for my Globadiers to get into action. Globadiers are some of the best anti-skirmish units in the game. Oh, he's gonna do some poking. He's gonna do some forest chilling. Honestly, I'm not that worried. We can slow push him here. Ah, look at that. He has some wolf fighters in the forest. All right, interesting. Very interesting. Oh, he's vindictive glaring me. Look at this guy. We got a bit of a tournament player over here. All right. So vindictive glare is a really nice option against warp lightning cannons. it will do a whack load of damage to him. But I'm not especially worried. As I'm feeling pretty confident about my odds right now. You know, he does have like a lot of mobility, and I don't think that'll really be enough to shut me down here. I do have a lot of single entities, and I don't think he can really shut him down. Oh, dang, he's going in for it? Dang, he's going in for it. All right, so slight misplay on his part. I think the sniping on my artillery is very good, but he's going very hard on it right now. Let's see here. He's also bringing in the Grom. Not a bad choice, but he is getting outmassed right now. I think if we bring in these guys, that should be fine. And then honestly, these trades are going pretty badly for him. He really wants that artillery piece dead, but I think he's going to be suffering because of it. So what the plan is we're just going to dive in on Grom, see if we can block him up with our mass, and then hopefully get a kill on him. Let's see, where my wolf rats at? Chasing off some mobility. If they can poison Grom, that would be huge. Come on, get him. Pin him down. See how my Globadier is doing. They're doing great. They've killed off all of his skirmishers. Totally fine with me. And as for Grom, it looks like he will escape, unfortunately, but that's totally fine. We got a little bit of damage on him, and honestly, all of his mobility just got annihilated there. Okay, so pretty good start. Yeah, Grom is never outmassed, it's true. He has, he's rocking a solid 4,000 mass. Grom is like heavier than some dragons, are you kidding me? That's crazy. Oh, the body block? Oh, wait. Yes, we body blocked the Warp Lightning Cannon with Throt. Amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's really fun actually getting the body blocks off. Because Warhammer multiplayer players haven't gone to the point where they know how to easily block missile spells with units. So whenever you are able to pull it off, you just feel amazing. Yeah, Grom's scooting away. You know, I think Throt might be faster. Yeah, Throt has poison. He's faster. So Grom's sort of forced to take this fight now. Definitely not a fight he wants to be taking either. That's going to be quite painful. He is slowly picking off my artillery pieces, but honestly, we're trading up really well here. Like, just look at this. An extra 1,000 gold lead is huge. He's going to slow down Throt a little bit, unfortunately, but that's all right. Because we have an instant summon of Rat Ogres here. But, oh, look at that. Looks like Grom will actually be pulling away. Good on him. Good on him. He'll be able to probably get out of there. A nice catch on my Globadiers. That's very unfortunate for me. And here we go. Here's the main army. So here's the plan. Here's the plan. His main army is a little bit scary. But it's not unbeatable. Essentially, all we got to do is blob him up around my Plague Priest. This guy has a Mortis Engine effect over here. It's not that strong of a Mortis Engine, actually, but nevertheless, the AoE will chunk these guys down and hurt the leadership by a ton. And then from there, we should be fine. He also has an Arachnarok Spider. Of course, we want to kill that as soon as possible. Maybe get the Warp Lightning Cannon to fire in on it too. And then we should be fine. I think just in general, we have such a strong single entity core here that I don't think he really has what it takes to win this fight. We will see, though. We will see. It looks like so far, though, that Arachnarok Spider is getting obliterated. It is not having a good time. Oh my gosh, almost stun locked in its current position. We got the Stormverm and Halberds on it. Pretty good. Now, through the course of the battle, I've told you guys earlier, the plan is basically trying to bait him into using his anti-single entity resources. So his skirmishers are actually low on ammo now. His Arachnarok Spider got low, Grom got low on HP, and we've managed to keep all of our single entities alive. So even if I lose most of my units here, like most of my infantry, we should, in theory, be able to win a late game, despite just getting fully collapsed in on by greenskins. That's the theory anyways. Grom is the densest material in all of Warhammer. Oh my goodness. It's time to get just BMing Grom. That's what my chat is now. But yeah, this is close to what the usual Skaven playstyle will look like. You're buying time for your actual big single entity pieces to do well. Now my assassin did get caught out. That's obviously a pretty big misplay. But Grom's just getting annihilated. There we go. He's routed now. If I can just pin him down with that hell pit, we might be able to kill him off. No, but he does get out of there. Very unfortunate. Regardless, we'll still be able to get good value off of our Mortis engine here. Of course, we have the summons. From my tests, it's generally better to summon directly on top of the enemy. And there we go. There's the summon. They should be able to do a lot of damage. Council Guard 2 will be great here also. And, oh, what the... Oh, my Thwart got a little bit out of position. Let's see if we can pull him in to deal with Grom. I'm not too worried about getting caught out here. I have some terror-routed Rat Ogres that can slow down the Arachnarok. And if we manage to catch Grom, then I think we're good. 81 speed to 76. Looks like Thwart will be able to catch him. Nice. And that should spell the end of the Greenskins. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, this having a big single entity core at the end to clean up the infantry is really well. Or is really good. I think I just have to spend a bit less on my... I have to spend a bit less on my single entities and have a little bit more on actual range units to force him to come on in. To force him to have a bigger infantry-based build, and then I should be good to go. Come on, beat him up. Yeah, there we go. Grom's out of the picture. If I kill Grom or rout him off the battlefield, most of his guys should be routing off. There's only like one really bad situation that can happen where he pins me down with like some mobility and then kills Thwart with the spider, but it looks like that's not going to be happening today, and Thwart can go ahead and regroup with the rest of his forces. But yeah, look at this. Just like, if you can just have a few single entities alive in a big fight with the Plague Priest, it's night and day how well the fight goes. Grom would take it as a compliment, don't worry. I guess I wouldn't be that surprised if he did. Alright, nice, but there we go, GG. Man, it's crazy that we've only played one domination game today. I feel like there's been an intense lack of domination in the last over the stream so far. But we'll probably get more towards the end of it. The Council Guard have Guardian. They do. So that's a plus 15% physical resist. It's really strong. Alright, here we go. There we go. It's over. I think as soon as we kill that Arachnarok spider, it should be army losses.
Skaven! Yes!
But yeah, I think I just gotta find the right mix of range to single entities, and then I'll have a fairly good Skaven playstyle. I do really like having just a million single entities. That's a good thing. Nice, there we go. Mass routes abound. Yeah, if you lose your lord with the Greenskins, it's brutal. What's your opinion on Plague Monks? I think they're alright. I don't think they're magical by any means, but I think Plague Monks are alright. Nice, another win. Pretty good. Man, the one loss though. The one loss versus the Ogres. Yeah, I think I need a little bit more range to force them in. Maybe I don't even need the Warp Lightning. Maybe if I only have one Giselle, that's enough. And then the rest can be like a Hell Pit, Skrolk. It's something like that. Skrolk and a Hell Pit's already pretty good, honestly. Use Chieftain on a Beast. Chieftain on a Beast is more cost efficient than Abomination plus Guardian. I don't really need the Guardian. Chieftain on a Beast is not as good of a fighter as a Hell Pit, that's for sure. But if you go double Chieftain, maybe. If you just want a lot of raw damage. They don't heal though, which makes them much worse. Alright, here we go. I need to figure out how to play Skaven and Dom though. I really wanna figure that out. I still feel like I don't have the recipe though. I sort of have a good feel of how a Skaven kite build works. Everything else I'm not sure, man. Another land battle, it never ends. It just never ends. It's a land battle day today. You know what, that's fine. I needed to learn how to play Skaven in land also. So here's the plan. Skrolk, an amazing fighter. Amazing single entity, loads of direct damage, and just made out of summons. Especially strong. Brood Horrors, yeah, Brood Horrors also heal. Oh, you're talking about You said Chieftain, right? Chieftains can go on Brood Horror? Sorry, I thought you were talking about the Packmaster. Chieftain is alright, yeah. I still like the Hell Pit Abomination, just because it's sick, but... Yeah, I think what a typical build might look like is something like this. If you worry about heroes. And then you have like a little bit of ranged. Maybe just like a... Just a little bit of ranged. Like, one Jezzail. And then... I don't know, I guess I need to see what his build is. I think the 4 Rat Ogres is a staple always. You almost always want those guys, but... Then what? Obviously like a million clan rats. And then... some globes? A little bit of globe action? This feels like okay. It depends on if he has a snipe attempt for my guys here. Yeah, you meant the Brood Horror guys. Yeah, those are Chieftains. You were right. Unless you said Packmaster. Or, you know, Packmaster is the one on the thing. Chieftain is the one on the Rat Ogre, right? Alright, so he's gonna go Dark Elves. So, Dark Elves are an interesting one. I still wanna, you know, I really want to make Wolf Rats work, but they just don't seem to be working very well. I'm gonna try them again, though. Fingers crossed. So we got some range, we got our single entity squad. This is enough to kill a Malekith, and then I think we're okay. There's a chance he could Soul Stealer me to death here. Should be a little bit terrifying. But if we can just overrun him before that happens, I think we're all right. Let's try it out. Yeah, Packmasters and Warlords get Brood Horrors. Oh, really? Both of them? Oh, yeah, the Warlords. Yeah. That's it. That's the Lord version. I never use these guys. There's just so many better Lords. But yeah, so the name of the game is not getting Skrulk sniped. You know, there's a chance you could snipe Skrulk. I guess I don't really want to Skrulk here if you can snipe him. Maybe a better option would be like... Better option could actually be Snicketch. We haven't run him today, so he could be quite fun. And we can run him real cheap. Just a few AoE debuffs. Replace the Assassin, since we already have that guy. And then swap out for a Plague Priest. This is also a really nice combo you can do. Nice. And then we can go for the Vermintide, and... You know, we can do a bit of Pestilent Breath action. Pestilent Breath is fairly good against the Dark Elves. Yeah, the problem is that if you take a Wolf Rat, you just have no more... You have no more infantry. Like, I feel like I need to have... I feel like I just need more guys. Yeah. I think the Wolf Rat just eats into the infantry too much for this style of build. No, we got magic. Plague Priest on a Bells are magic. Throt and 2 Packmasters are the fastest and most damage-intensive goon squad there is. Are they? Are they? I think you can get a faster goon squad. Let's see. I feel like demons. I feel like the advent of demons have a lot more expensive goon squads for sure, but in terms of cost efficiency, that's pretty good. Though I guess pure cost efficiency Enchantress does better. Like, you can make up any goon squad you want, right? You can just say like, ah yes, Nakari and 2 Keepers of Secrets is the fastest, most damaging goon squad in the game. But like, it's just so expensive. And then you can't bring up cost effectiveness, otherwise the Paladins win out. So I don't know. But alright. Here's the battle. We're gonna be playing pretty aggressively here. Now this map is pretty prone to kite styles of play, so we might get kited out here. Like I said earlier, these globes are really hard to kite because the moment you get in range, they're gonna do a lot of damage. So that could be a problem for our opponent here. Flares. Oh yeah, the Doom Flares are pretty good. Yeah. Here we go. Who drew the art behind me on the wall? This painting is, I bought it, and that art is mine. Some still lifes that I made back in high school. Okay, this is a weird formation. So he's gone for the infantry line and the Dark Rider line. It's just like as simple as that. Does that add up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 800 guys. And then this is, like... He has shades. Yeah, there's no way he doesn't have shades. I think it's almost a certainty that he has shades, because I don't really see how his army can be so thin. So let's sort of play under that assumption. I forgot I have Jezzails to shut down these guys, but nevertheless, you can see why Globadiers are such a pain. 1,000,000 damage to his Dark Riders. Oh my gosh, Globadiers. You know what? If you want to win on ladder, just take Globadiers. That's the moral of the story, okay? Just run Globadiers, my dude. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. That is disgusting. Oh, I feel filthy after that. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You know, can we win with only Globadiers? The only Globadier challenge? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's just kite him with globes. Just make him feel sad about everything. Oh my gosh. Is this bullying? This feels like bullying at this point. There we go. We can get the crossfire going with these guys. Get them caught up in the crossfire. There we go. That's a good volley. Oh, I think they might not actually rout. We might actually have to bring in the Plague Priest here. We might actually have to bring in the Plague Priest. Where's his magic? He doesn't have magic. Jesus, poor guy. Did he chevron his guys? I have no idea. Alright, well, anyways, let's just end him. Let's just end him. It's over, man. It's done. Oh, there they are. He has the shades. He had the shades. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, the heroes. Oh my gosh. They took so long to show up. I thought they actually weren't there for a second. Also, fun fact, this explosion, this net actually does damage. Look at that. Took him down to half HP. It's actually crazy how much damage that does. But yeah. Yeah, it's over. It's totally over. Let's just overrun him. Yeah, Toxic Gamer confirmed. Oh my gosh. It's just... How many losses did we get? I don't even know if we got many losses, honestly. Here we go. The bringer of the end times. They've arrived. The Poison Wind Globadiers. Oh my gosh. Skaven with the chemical warfare, apparently. Oh, here we go. There it is. Oh man. There we go. Yep. Globadiers, people. Globadiers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, those guys are routed off. Are they gonna actually make contact though? Oh, they do actually make contact. It's too bad it's only for like 2 seconds before they're gone. Oh my goodness. Yep. That's a game. Pyrrhic victory incoming, guys. Yeah, this is brutal. This is brutal. Oh my gosh. You know, the Dark Elf build honestly wasn't that bad. I think it was more so the fact that he just didn't really... Oh, that was weird. I thought Lokir was a Hell Pit Abomination for a second with how he was crawling. The Dark Elf build wasn't that bad. I think he didn't have... He sort of just walked into the strongest, highest DPS damage in the world. Like, globes are, right now in the game, globes are one of the highest DPS units. They are insane. Yeah, the ODM toxicity. They're actually insane. They will just rock your world, man. Yeah. Oh my gosh, again? Again, he hasn't learned his lesson. Oh, how many times do we gotta watch this? Oh my gosh. Well, there we go. Yeah, I think they sort of just got buffed for free. They could probably use a price increase, couldn't they? Yeah. Oh, well, you know, 2,000 value, 1,500. Wow, look at this guy. He's not pulling his weight. What a lazy Globadier. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you're having a problem with Globadiers, the thing you gotta do is you gotta shut them down with cavalry or artillery or magic. All of those will do well, or maybe a Sunmaker. All of those will do well. He had basically none of them. His skirmishers just got walked into, and that's the end of that. Yeah, that was brutal. That was like disgusting. Oh my gosh. I lost 126 rats. I only lost 126 units. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. You know, this is a sign though. If you do want to get into multiplayer, there's a lot of new players. It's a fresh environment to get as many wins as you want. To see what's the best way to use Snickich, whenever I try to use him to duel lords, he just gets wrecked. Snickich needs support. So he needs some sort of mass. Hell Pit Abomination is... It's only land battles, I swear. Like, I have fun playing land battles. We finish them extremely quickly, but like, my goodness. It's only land battles. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to get into multiplayer, you know, just pub stomp. Pub stomp like Enticity. I honestly, the thing is, there's no way for me to not pub stomp. I guess one way I could do it is... I would need like, I need a bigger community, unfortunately. Where I can just host... You know, maybe I should try that. Let's see here. I should do, I should play on a separate ladder that is only like people who have played in tournaments. And sort of see how that goes, right? Because there is a mod you can download. And that will sort of give you a separate ladder from other people. I feel like that could be a really fun way to do it. I feel like going a kite build again, by the way. Let's see. So, of course, the heavy armored cavalry builds will still be a pain. So I will run Throt and a Hell Pit Abomination. Man, Throt's expensive, yo. Yeah, I think that'd be a fun way to do it. Yeah, obviously there's the tournaments too. I can just host more tournaments. But like, I want to have the same casual ladder experience, but just against people that are a little bit more veteran at the game. Because like, every game that we've been playing is just people that can't dodge Globadiers. And like, as fun as it is to sort of meme around against that, it can be pretty brutal sometimes. You can only brutalize new players so long before you start feeling bad. Let's see, what do I want here? Is the Warlock Engineer good? He does have Crack's Call, which is nice, but... you know, some Warp Lightning. Maybe a Flensing Ruin? That's sort of like... Flensing Ruin's actually pretty cool. It's... Man, this army's thin. This army is so thin. Yeah, Flensing Ruin is an interesting one. It's sort of like Final Transmutation. Like, what am I going to do with this kite against Empire, right? Is this kite even going to be good? I feel like I'd rather just rush him. Just go with Ikit instead of an Engineer. That's true. We can go Ikit. You know, let's go for an Ikit Claw. We haven't played too much Ikit recently. Put him on a Doom Flare, because apparently the Doom Wheel's bugged. Get the Flensing Ruin on him. Get a Brass Orb is actually pretty hype. It's almost like a Pit of Shades. Ultimate Power. Is this even good? This is not that good because it miscasts. Yeah, let's try this. I'm feeling this. Some Flensing Ruin, some Crack's Call. Crack's Call one-shots artillery, which is pretty fun. Then we go for the Rat Ogres. And then I feel like just outright rushing him with not Globadiers for once. What do we want to rush with though? Plague Monks are alright. I feel like Plague Monks, maybe Death Runners. Ultimate Power, yeah. I like a Plague Monk build. I like the Clan Rat spam. Let's just try it. What's the worst that can happen, right? What, we get kited? He's not gonna kite us, right? Ugh. This is really weak to kite, by the way. Max Flayer build, yeah. The Warp Lock Mortis, yeah, I don't think it's actually that good though, last I checked. Maybe not. Or Age of Empires 2 Enhanced Edition's tutorial's really good. Wish it was copied. Yeah, CA doesn't have a tutorial for multiplayer. They do multiplayer sort of like a lot of single player games, where it's just like sort of slapped on. It's not really meant to be, it's like, it's sort of there for the hardcore audience to piece together, but it's not actually meant to be an especially, it's not meant to be like, it's not like I don't think multiplayer CA selling point. A lot of people say, here's a rant. A lot of people say that multiplayer is the longevity of Warhammer, right? Like, as if like multiplayer is what's actually going to keep people playing Warhammer for a long time. And while I think that's true for some people, and I think that it may be good for viewing, right? Like, obviously a lot of people watch Turin. I don't actually think that holds up, because if you think about it, only about like 10% of people that watch my content, mind you, right? Only 10% of people that watch my content actually play multiplayer. If you think about that, right? That means that what longevity are you going to get off of that? That means that in the long run, they're going to have 10% of their original player base. Like, that doesn't matter. That just like that longevity is not sustainable, you know? Like, I can make stream choices. Like, it's like, hey, Enticity, you should keep doing this because 10 years from now, your viewership's gonna be 30. And then, like, it's like, okay, yeah, I'll have some viewership, but that doesn't mean that it's actually financially sustainable. It doesn't mean that it doesn't do anything for me, honestly, right? So, like, while multiplayer might have people playing for a long time, I don't think it... Like, if they just put out a better DLC, they can make more money faster than the supposed longevity. The only argument against that I can see is... Man, the lag. The only argument I can see against that is that a lot of people watch multiplayer. I can buy that a little bit more, where it's like, okay, people watch multiplayer, so you want to make sure multiplayer is supported so that people like Turin keep casting. And then it's like, okay, I can sort of see that. If you combine everyone that watches multiplayer streams to everyone that watches single player streams, I'd say the viewership split, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. It's maybe like 20%. I braced for the charge and he just stood there. It's like maybe 25% of people overlap there. And then you gotta ask yourself, is that even worth it? That's only 25%. That's not a lot of people. That's not a lot of people at all, right? If you just talk about exclusively Legend of Total War, he's rocking more views on his stream alone for pure single player than everybody that does multiplayer. Me, Turin, my son HW, Human Boy, literally the entire multiplayer community is beaten out by Legend of Total War exclusively. My help, it's dying. Yeah, it's just like, it's not even close, right? So then, like, oh, okay, maybe CA should think about just like, you know, it's just Legend, right? Because like the longevity you get from him is pretty good. Like, you get it by, man, are we gonna lose this match? By like, if you have a stream, if you have an update, say, that doubles Legend's viewership for a year, right? That's gonna be equal to like 3 years worth of extra viewing that you wouldn't have otherwise. 3 years of people that like worth of views than if you had longevity for multiplayer. It's nothing. It's absolute. It just doesn't work. I'm just not convinced that that's how that works. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a game developer. I don't analyze markets. I'm just a guy that plays Warhammer. But as a guy that sort of does YouTube content, you do sort of feel it, where it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, like, because I spend so much time just looking at viewership numbers that it's just like, you know, like, if you think about it, right, on average, successful YouTube careers only last 5 years. So if I can double viewership for a year, or choose to have 25% longevity in the long run, I'd rather just have double viewership for a year, because I have more money to invest early on, right? I can get more editors, I can grow the channel faster, and the longevity doesn't really do anything, right? It's something that might happen later on, and then at the end of my 5th year, I probably won't have a channel anymore anyways. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, guys. I don't know. What does chat think about this? Because this is very divisive. This is like people argue about this for ages. So, am I getting mass route? Are we getting mass routed here? It's gonna kill me with Empire Knights. I feel like I'm gonna get Boris, guys. I feel like Boris is gonna Shrek me here. Either that, or I kill off all his range and my 1 unit of Council Guard win the day. Which is there's a non-zero chance that happens. Council Guard are pretty hype, so. But like he's really starting to micro these here Empire Knights really well. If he keeps that up, we could be in some trouble. Let's brace for this charge, I think. Let's brace for that charge. Then let's see here. Pull away from these archers because Boris is incoming. I might be able to do some cleanup here on his guys. Plus we have the Hell Pit Abomination, which I think is good. Okay, nice. Yeah, we just got Boris occupied. Oh, that's a good play. Let's see if I can cracks call these guys. That would be great. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Let's see here. With respect, I think you're mixing up longevity with CA's longevity. I guess. In the end, right, CA need to have I think if CA doesn't have longevity, that's true, Legend has built up his audience in fairness, but Turin also has too, right? If you look at Turin and like the really old school streamers, I think you sort of see something similar, where a lot of them have been around for a long time. I think regardless, even if it isn't 25%, I think it's a wide majority of people watch single player content exclusively. But like, I think CA's longevity is really important here, because like you can't say like, oh, like the goal of a company is to make money, right? So I don't think I think if it isn't economically sustainable, I don't think there's a reason CA would do it. Like I don't think it's just like I don't think Warhammer Total War is just like an art project. I can be pretty sure that it's only here because it makes money. Oh, that's a big AoE. And it's also telling, I think, another thing that we sort of have to keep in mind is that I generally, and maybe this is crazy controversial, I generally value the choices of companies. I sort of assume that companies know what they're doing to an extent. At the very least, when it comes to making money. Like, I can say, like, Activision Blizzard. I can say Activision Blizzard's like a terrible company and they're not doing anything artistic with themselves. And in the long run, it's just like, you know, they're just gonna be like a dead company, right? But you can't tell me that people at Activision Blizzard don't know how to make money, you know? If there's one thing they know how to do, it's to make money. Like I can't see an argument where people can say that they are better at judging how to play the market better than these companies. Maybe that's it. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me here, which is totally fine. I think this is it's just an interesting discussion. I don't claim to be right, but this is sort of how I see things. Man, this guy is he's doing a lot of damage here. Warhammer won't get the 3K treatment since it sells DLCs. I think Warhammer is definitely going to be around for a long time because of that, yeah. Kaiser Wilhelm with the $20, thank you very much. Watch the VOD from yesterday. All I have to say is there are... You're bringing up the sandwiches? Alright, what's going on? Alright, let's hear the sandwich. Sandwich, 2 pieces of bread, or a sub 1 piece of bread cut long way, and a hot dog is a meat. I love it. But it is a sub with a burger. Sub while a burger is a sandwich. Okay, so I think most people were on the same. They had the same idea about the whole burger sandwich situation. So I think you're on the same page there. Yeah, I've totally lost chat, by the way, so it's been really hard to keep up because I've been partially losing this game against the Empire. His Boris is doing crazy amounts of damage to me, so you gotta be a little bit careful here. This Help It Abomination, though, is gonna win it for me, though. If something's gonna win it, it's the Help It Abomination. Come on, beat him up, beat him up. Man, what a mass route. I only have 3 units left. That's crazy. That is crazy. Still, though, if we rout off Boris here, that's a huge hit to his leadership. Kind of sad to see Rubber Duck of War quit. Yeah, that was really sad. I can see it, though. It's understandable. Oh, come on, Help It. No, the Help It routed. Oh, that's not good. Help It routing off is very bad. Now, we still have the Council Guard. And no amount of cycle charging is going to kill those guys anytime soon. So, perhaps it'll be okay. Come on, Ikit. Beat him up. Beat him up, Ikit. Can I get this missile spell going? It's a good one. Oh, crap. Did I just bug it out? Is he going to shoot it? Come on, Ikit. Come on, Ikit. Yeah, that did nothing. That did so little damage. All right. Well, let's just keep chasing down the Boris. He's pretty low. He's also on the ground, so I might be able to stop him from chasing down the thing. Yeah, Storm Demon Boris off. Unfortunately, it did, like, nothing. At least we're going to have a Flensing Ruin in a second, though. That should help. Yeah, beat him up, Ikit. Yeah. There we go. A little bit of Ikit charge action. Now, he does have 1 Huntsman back, but they're almost out of ammunition. It's going to be a close game, guys, but I'm pretty sure we win it off the backs of the Council Guard here. Just because they're unbreakable. Oh my gosh! No, he didn't rally. I thought the Help It rallied. I was going to be so excited for it. Alright, let's beat up these Knights. Don't want them cycle charging me down. We have a couple guys here. Is a muffin a cake? Is a muffin a cake? Yes. Yeah, a muffin is a cake. If a cupcake is a cake, a muffin has to be a cake, right? That's undisputable. Usually games will have a lifespan of 3 or more. I gotta catch up on the chat earlier because I wanna hear your opinions, right? Does anyone have any market analysis that tells me that Warhammer should focus more on multiplayer stuff? 20% is a big part of the community. 100% worth supporting that. That's an interesting idea, right? How much should you appeal to a niche section of your community? I have no idea. I have no idea. I gotta say, as a YouTuber, as a content creator, the moment I stopped appealing to a niche part of the community, my channel blew up. The crazy thing is that many of you guys are only here today because I didn't appeal to a niche part of the community. Isn't that crazy? Now, this doesn't solve anything, right? I don't think it makes anything it's nothing definitive, but it's an interesting thought. Is Wonder Bread on sugar on top of cake? Wonder Bread on sugar on top is not a cake because you don't bake it, right? Or does that work? Like if you have a piece, if a cake is just bread with stuff spread on top. I think if you made a cake with just the sugar though, I don't think that works. I think icing is an important part. No, but then I called muffin a cake. You know what? I guess I have to agree that Wonder Bread with sugar is a cake. That's the only way.
Infernal weapons.
Let's see here, man. There's so much chat. I wish I could keep up with chat better while playing. If only, if only. All right, let's get another shot off on the Boris. Beat him up. Get the missile. Now there's a chance this guy just kites me out for the rest of the game, and if he does, that's all right. That's a-okay, you know. I guess we just sort of stand here and wait for him to come to me. There's not much else to do, really. All right. There's no in-game chat either, so there's nothing really to do except for just wait. If he wants to call it a draw, I guess we will. It's a bit sad though. I feel like we could have won it. Come on, man. You got the balance of power. Come on, you totally got it. Yeah, we'll just wait for the vigor, like, you know. I guess we'll just sit and talk about cake while we wait for this guy to time me out. Yeah, there's a bit of lag. Multiplayer can also be used to help balance single player. Oh, Elaine, that is like, don't say that, man. You know how many people will hate you for saying that? You know how many people hate it that campaign is balanced partially, even partially around multiplayer? They hate it, man. Oh my goodness, it's hilarious how much they don't like it. Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, people really don't like their units getting nerfed in campaign. I honestly, I don't really understand the whole idea of like, oh my, this thing getting nerfed in campaign makes it harder for me to beat the AI? Like, I guess if you're a role player type guy and you just really like role playing, then... Oh, maybe he's just waiting for his flagellants, I guess. Yeah, if you really like role playing and such, then I guess that does matter, but it's, I don't know, it's very finicky. Alright, my dude. Get your surround going. Get your surround going. Let's get the plague monks on these guys. And this guy. There we go. He was just waiting for his guy. Sweet. Alright, nice. There we go. There's a burning head. Here's the big dive with the Boris. Gonna hit him with the flensing. That should kill most of the cavalry, I think. That's a huge flensing ruin. Alright, nice. Now the question is whether or not these guys can actually finish things off, right? I think they should be able to kill off, Boris here. I'm pretty sure the Council Guard actually win it, which is sort of crazy. The Flensing Ruin should... If I can rout off all the Empire Knights, we can actually force him to attack me. And then we can actually end this here battle, but... Here we go. There's the attack. Nice, nice. Come on, kill off those Empire Knights. I don't want this guy to draw kite me. Come on, just kill off the Empire Knights. Yeah, the thing about, I think, so here's the thing. I think there's a lot of, like, CA, a lot of the suggestions that people give CA just require a lot more work to be done. And I think that's not really on their plan. Like, they don't really, Creative Assembly just can't really afford to put more work in. So they just use, like, they use multiplayer to balance single player, but they don't really think about it much more after that. Oh my gosh, this guy, is he trying to lag into a draw? Or do we just have terrible connection? I think we probably just have terrible connection based on earlier, but you never know. Man, Council Guard though. We actually would have army loss there, which is sort of crazy. We were on the verge of army losses there. But the Council Guard held out. They're really good against single entities in the late game. But yeah, a lot of suggestions are like, hey, why doesn't CA just do more? And then that's obviously just impossible. But thankfully, this guy, you know, he didn't draw kite us, which is very much appreciated. He totally could have with his Empire Knights. But well played, well played. I think he actually did that quite well. But Icket with the 5,000 value. Casual 5,000 value, a little bit too strong. This is what I mean by single entities doing well. The real winners were these 3 units. And the rest was just there to beat up his units a bit. So that they would terror out a bunch. Chase down the range units and then we were fine. That's a lot of damage on Icket. It's an insane amount of damage. GG. Surprised I won that? Honestly, I was a bit surprised too, but... My gut told me that the Council Guard would win it. Against large, they just trade so cost effectively. Yeah, crazy battle. I wish it only hadn't lagged. Yeah. The thing about campaign balance off of multiplayer is that CA could totally just adjust prices to make it work. I think it's just too much overhead for them though. I think it's a little bit too much overhead. Like, if I had to ask you, chat, would you rather have CA have the DLC come out 1 month earlier, or have them balance units slightly better, like, you know, balance units in campaign and multiplayer separately, like have an actual balance team. What would you rather have, right? I think most people would just be like, yo, just give me the DLC 1 month earlier. Assuming like you'll have the same quality. Damn it, Enticity, stop talking so much sense. Yeah, I gotta talk more about muffins, honestly. Oh man, but like it's a really interesting discussion because I honestly don't know where I fall on it myself. Because like there's so many ways to think about it. It's such an incredibly complicated issue, which is why it ticks me off when people treat it like it's something that's very simple. Which honestly I've done a few times myself. So what can you do? What faction is he playing? Krakatoa with the Dark Elves. Pretty hype. I want to practice more standard Skaven playstyle, so I'm gonna try out a more meta build today. I really like a build that looks like this. So I have this race here. We have the we got the Jezzails. They can at least balance the Great Unclean One. That's the thing, right? What is the cost benefit to balancing each and every random unit that is underperforming, right? I don't think it's worth it, honestly. I don't think it's worth it. Because, unlike, I think, because like they would have to pull someone who's working on the DLC stuff to work on that. At least that's my assumption. It definitely doesn't feel like they have a dedicated balance team. Let me tell you, it does not feel like CA have a dedicated balance team. Otherwise, we would see like a Great Unclean One get price changed. But yeah, I don't know, it's really weird. Like if you think about it, it would, so if we have me, right? If we do the math, it would cost Creative Assembly to have someone dedicated to balancing the game as best as possible. I would reckon it would cost them at least $100,000 a year. At least $100,000 to fund that project, because I am a full-time Warhammer multiplayer guy, right? No one can dispute that. I play an insane amount of multiplayer, and I don't even know like half the factions and how I want to balance them, right? So I would need at least someone else of my caliber working full-time on cranking out numbers to balance. And then they would just need that perpetually, right? So at $100,000 a year, how much is a copy of Warhammer? Like let's say your average person spends $100 on the game, right? You would need like you would need a lot of sales. Like I guess if you think about it, you could say, oh, you know, it's only 1,000 more sales that have to be made. But the multiplayer community, like the hardcore multiplayer community, doesn't make up 1,000 people. So you'd have to over double the multiplayer community off of these two people doing that balance. And that's not even all the work. I don't know, man. Yeah, I know. I like, there's a lot of other games that don't have perfect balance either, but Warhammer does have a lot of stuff that's pretty janky. What am I taking? What am I bringing against Dark Elves? I've been talking here, but I don't know what units I even like against them. Oh, I need a single entity. Yeah, there we go. That's what I needed. Hellpit Abomination. Hellpits are great, man. I love Hellpit Abominations. Let's get a Plague Claw. All right, there you go. There's the build. There's the build. They really don't need someone doing it full time, though. No, that's the thing. That's the thing. So pretend they told me, Enticity, you are the person that's gonna be doing full-time balance, right? You know, let's just say they took all of my advice, because I'm basically a guy that is full-time invested in multiplayer. I would miss things like the Great Unclean One and so on. At the rate that they pump out units. Like, I don't know what price a Great Unclean One should be. I'd be like, I don't know. Like, I can give you a number, but it'll probably be still too weak, or it might be too strong, right? There's like, because like, to know what the price should be on the mark would require me to spend at least a few weeks running the unit against every faction. Like, I would not trust myself to be... Oh, okay, no. Like, I would trust myself to be pretty good at balancing multiplayer, but I would want someone else to be helping me out to do multiplayer balance as well as people are asking for. That's the crazy thing. It's like, it's a lot, right? Because if it was easy to balance with, like, you know, a single guy doing it part-time, I don't think, like, you know, I just don't think that's possible. You have a lot of people that are way better at multiplayer, that's for sure. And then you have conflicting viewpoints too, right? Yeah, like, they buff vampire accounts. Why they buff vampire accounts? Someone at CA had basically, right, the argument that, oh, they should just have, like, someone do it part-time, right? Someone doing it part-time is what gets you the vampire count situation we have right now. And then you have, like, the counts are just, like, dominating because someone didn't spend 5 weeks trying to figure out exactly how those units should be balanced, right? They were probably told, like, hey, you know, compare them to some units and, like, just, like, get a good number going. What the? This guy's going to Medusa build? The madman. Anyways, right? Like, that should not have happened. But the only way that couldn't have happened is if they had people spending a good amount more time. I don't know. I don't know. And then you have, like, the bureaucracy of game development, too, that happens. There's a lot of, like, sort of development. There's, like, a cost of just being a large company that you have to deal with that just eats into your time. So while a modder could balance the game quickly, I don't think Creative Assembly has what it... I think on account of being a company, Creative Assembly just will have a harder time naturally. At least that's a theory. Yeah, I know the Medusa build's crazy, man. Yeah, there's a theory that the counts buffing was single player affecting multiplayer. I could consider that too, yeah. Though it seems a little bit off. I don't know. I guess it's not an impossibility that that's what happened. But, like, most of the time people complain about it the other way, which has me a bit sketched out, so I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, hiring people is so expensive. Hiring people is so expensive, man. Like, oh my goodness. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You ever hired someone before? Like, I tried having an editor for a little bit, and, like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's a whole human being that you gotta feed. That you gotta feed with possibly a family that they also have to be taken care of. It's so expensive, man. All right, I'm botching this my engagements a little bit here, but then again he has 2 Medusas, so I guess it doesn't matter if we botch our engagements a little bit. I gotta be real careful about this situation though. Those Cold One Knights are gonna be pummeling me real fast if I'm not careful, and it looks like I wasn't careful. So let's pull back our Globadeers, and then I guess we go for, I don't know what I want to focus fire with my Jezzails. They don't really have too many good targets right now. At least the Cold One Knights are going down. A person costs their company 2.5 times their salary. As in, I don't get what you mean by that. Does that mean, like, companies are losing money because of that, or what? Feed them with milk? Yo, look, if CA just gave me a lifetime supply of milk, I would happily balance their game for free. Are you kidding me? That sounds amazing. I love it. Yeah, there's another weird thing that they can do where it's like CA, so here's one thing, right? CA could lean more on content creators to try doing game balance, but you run into the issue that content creators are not game developers. So, like, there's a weird thing that can happen. There's a lot of unintuitive things that happen with games too. So, like, I could probably get balance pretty good. I don't know if I could make the game fun. Isn't that weird? Isn't that really weird? I could probably get game balance into a pretty good position. But then what, right? Does that mean the units are fun to use? Does that mean that I'm hurting campaign? There's a lot of factors I probably don't know how to deal with. But yeah, in the end though, the sad thing is that it's clear that multiplayer is not a priority for CA. Brutal. All right, how's this fight going? He's taking a lot of damage from Globadeers, as we've come to learn. Let's see. He is going for a lot of Dark Riders, I gotta say. Good choice on the cavalry front. How do we want to push this point though? I guess we just slow push it. I've been playing so many land battle games, I forgot how I'm supposed to play domination, so I've sort of just been spamming units while keeping up with chat. Content creators equals more payout than in-game devs. Content creators equals more payout than in-game devs. Oh, what? Oh man, so it's really hard to parse chat and play at the same time, but I'll do my best. How does the Skaven feel so far? It feels like there's so much potential and I just don't know how to play them. It feels like I'm playing unoptimally with the Skaven on like every turn, man. Is there a chance to get a fixed ladder with the player's profile win-loss stats? There's a chance. There's a chance. I just, you know, who knows, right? If, like, yeah, I don't know. If CA tomorrow was just like, hey, we're just not supporting multiplayer anymore, I would honestly not be that surprised. Just based on how much work they put into multiplayer. It feels, I don't want to say it feels like we're a second-class citizen, because obviously actual second-class citizens would, they have it much worse than a guy that's just playing multiplayer. But like in terms of like in terms of how much effort it feels like CA puts into multiplayer, it feels like you don't actually get that much. Point being, we have people that are like almost literally begging CA to make changes before they get added. like down on our knees being like, CA, please just fix this one thing, right? And then obviously there's a lot of things to fix too, and there's a lot of things that they do fix. Don't get me wrong, CA does a lot for multiplayer that you don't realize, but there's also a lot that feels like that is essentially just being ignored, right? I have so much money. I forgot to summon. Wow, look at this. And I thought the game was going even. Never mind, we're totally ahead. But yeah, I don't know. It's, you really, and I know single player people feel the same way, which is, you know, which is sort of indicative to how incorrect the opinion can be, I guess. I don't know. I'm just sort of speaking my thoughts right now. What's it? In-game devs greater than out-of-game devs in terms of payout. I see. Yeah. Okay. Strategy game develop for decades, like Dota 2, have given up on balance and focus on diversity. Yeah. There's an interesting thing about that too, right? There's a whole, you know, there's a whole way you can think about it where balance isn't actually the key factor for enjoyment. There's a lot of games that just have terrible balance that are totally fun to play too. It's really weird. Game development has so many things that are just unintuitive. It's crazy. Oh, come on. Run away from those Dark Riders. There we go. All right, sweet. Yeah, this feels all right. Honestly, this map's a little bit janky though. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It can feel a little bit weird to get like a proper fight going, so I'm not doing the best. I'm not playing this the best I could have here. I just don't know how I want to play Skaven, honestly. Like, do I want to just camp back and use range to poke them down? Probably. I need to figure out line of sight, but I think like a quad Giselle build on this map is actually pretty powerful. Ladder anxiety? Oh yeah, there's ladder anxiety stuff. Why no debug camera? What do you mean no debug camera? What are you talking about? We got the debug camera. You kidding me? Come on. No debug camera. Madman. Yeah, no, we got loads of debug. All right, gotta scroll back in 1 second. Come on. There we go. My mouse wheel scrolling is bound to like basically nothing, because when I'm doing like cinematic shots like this, right? When I'm doing like thumbnails, I have to be really careful about how I zoom in. So I set it to like a super low value. My bad. Yeah, no problem, man. All right, sweet. I think we've won this. It's looking pretty good. You know, we routed off the Medusas. How much did they do? I've basically been ignoring them the whole game. Wow. Wow, the poor Medusa. 677 gold. That is painful, my dude. That's painful. How much did this one get? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He lost 1,000 gold off of taking Medusas. Are you kidding me? That's the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh, the poor Medusas. Yeah, they should get a buff. But how much? How much of a buff should they get? Oh man.
Yes, yes.
I think they definitely need more than a 100 gold buff, right? Yeah, meme units in the quick battle, yeah. Yeah, Medusa's OP. Man, that was sad. I basically ignored them the entire game too. I just let them fire. I just gave it to them. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Max Chevron only wind farming. Yo, that sounds pretty hype. That sounds pretty hype. I still, you know, after 10 games now with Skaven, I still don't really know how to play them. I feel like I need to play Skaven for like a week, and I need to find players who are actually good with them to learn them, because I feel like I'm playing Skaven at like a platinum level right now. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm 4-gating with Skaven, except for that one time I brought the Globadiers and they killed everything. That felt like a 4-gate, but aside from that, my level of Skaven play feels sort of like I'm just making units. It feels like I'm playing Protoss without Colossi and High Templar. You know what I mean? Is this too niche of an example? I'm terrible at making analogies, guys. Every time I make an analogy, people are like, it's either like, dude, I don't get what you're saying, or it's like, dude, like, I don't know how that even relates to what we're talking about. I gotta work on my analogy game. You used to play Protoss, you got my analogy? Sick. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Cinematic bullets. Stalker blinking your way to victory. Yo, mass Stalker blink was my favorite way to play Protoss until Zerg literally just started spamming roaches. I'm like, dude, how am I supposed to win with my unit spam when your unit spam is better than mine? It's so frustrating. Oh man, yeah. Silver League? Yeah, everyone feeling the Silver League? If I had to judge the... Actually, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to BM the people on ladder. Not more than I've already done. I really got... Have I not used magic this game? I'm at 73. I think I cast like one Vermintide. Oh, brutal. Seriously though, if you guys want to get on ladder, it's pretty friendly. It's pretty friendly to new players, as long as I'm not streaming. But you know, anything that you lose against, you can always steal the build, and then you get slightly better, you know, stop taking the Medusas, and then you're good. You'll say it. Quick battle is Bronze League heroes. Oh, he said it. He done said it. Yeah, no, quick battle is, you get a mix of like Bronze League, and then you face me or Flying Taco, and it's like Grandmasters. And then every once in a while you get... The thing is, right, so most people who are in, most people who actually get good at multiplayer, they tend to just get into the tournament scene. So they sort of filter themselves out, and then you have streamers like me that show up and just pub stomp. But like, yeah, ladder is sort of like, if you have a 95% win rate on ladder, I would say you're in like silver or gold at best. You know, if it's a 95% win rate, I'd say you're at gold. You're at gold level. But oh, you know, I guess I have like a 90% win rate because I lost the game. Okay, you know, whatever. Anyways, yeah, like you can at gold level you can get a 90% win rate pretty easily. So if you really want to test your might and actually see what top level Warhammer looks like, then you should be joining the tournament scene. Because I think a lot of people, including me actually, get a false sense of superiority when you're crushing it on ladder. So when I was first starting out, I was, you know, playing dwarves on ladder. I was crushing it. I had like a you know, 80% win rate. I was like, dude, I'm so good. I'm gonna start playing tournaments, and I got annihilated. Like, just destroyed. Round 1, insta loss. So it's really humbling once you get into the tournament scene. Yeah. Enticity bronze level confirmed. Yeah, there you go. Oh man. Anyways, how'd that game go? I don't know. Jeez, what happened? I guess they shot Malice the entire game. This game was more just a hangout session with chat, wasn't it? And I still don't know how to play Skaven. I'm like, whoopsies. I'm like missing out on my summons. I don't know what to be summoning in. I don't know what units I want. Obviously, Globadiers are good. Between Globadiers and Jezzails, and then some way to shut down their artillery. Some way to do that. You learn that all the tournaments are bad times. Yeah. Yeah, this is why we tried to set up new player tournaments too. So I have like a casual tournament. In fact, guys, tomorrow, if you guys want to hop onto Total Tavern, let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Turin made an awesome website for multiplayer that sort of just conglomerates all the people. Yeah, if you want to try out multiplayer outside of ladder, you know, you think you're good, join through that link. Join through the link. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. It's open to everyone, but I'm hosting a second tournament at the same time. That's for competitive tournaments to actually qualify for bigger stuff. So it's a good way to sort of leech out the power level of the all players tournament and hopefully make it a bit of a friendlier place for new players. Check it out. It's fun. Expect it to last not very long if you're new, as you'll only last a few rounds. So it's a solid, like, you know, 30 minutes to an hour. If you're new, you can sort of dive in. There's no requirements to sign up. You just play. It's great. Or alternatively, you can tune in tomorrow and watch it. That works for me too. Yeah, Globes and Jezzail seems really nasty. I just have to not get rushed is sort of the big problem. Wood Elves. Wood Elves. Let's see here. I think I want more Jezzail action against the Wood Elves. Hey, New Eden, thank you very much for the $2. Any plans of playing with/against viewers? Actually, yes, I talked about this earlier. There's a mod we can download that essentially gives people a separate ladder. So I'm thinking what we do is we go for that mod. And then we're set, right? Yeah, then we're set. So we get that mod rolling. We have it's set up for anyone to play, to download it. And then when people queue up, they can only queue up against me and other people. And then I can contact my my training Discord too to get a few more people playing. And it'll be like a sort of nice community event, I think. Should be good. Should be good. I'm feeling pretty nice about that. I still want dogs. One Doomflayer maybe. And then the play clock catapult's a little bit sketch. I feel like getting, I want these guys. I want the avalanche mortars just in case it goes like heavy ranged. But yeah, that should be fine. Or fun. Good game at Enticity. I learned a lot from that battle. I guess I should leave the Medusa. Oh no, Christopher Colomb. Sorry if I was being a bit rough that game. I was just sort of chilling with chat. Yeah, generally you wanna leave the Medusas, and you wanna generally bring fewer Harpies too. Yeah. So you want units that can just sort of trade really well. If you want the units that trade best in terms of Dark Elves, you want Corsairs, you want Bleak Swords, and then you want their cheap cavalry. The cheap cavalry will just dive onto the weapon teams, and then the Bleak Swords put the pressure on by killing off my infantry. And you want to play really aggressively too. You want to play aggressively to get on top of your enemy's range units instead of going for capture points, and then it can work out pretty well. Feel like there's an artillery missing. Yeah, I skipped out on the plague claw catapult because I don't think it's that great versus Dark Elves here. I mean Wood Elves. Yeah, Wood Elves have a few tools to snipe out artillery, so I just didn't want to deal with that. Now, which side do we want to play on? This side has slightly better sight lines for my Jezzails, I think. I'm thinking like one Jezzail here lets me see down this lane because it's sloping down. It lets me see through this entire corridor. And then one Jezzail here lets me see sort of down that path. I'm feeling like that's how I want to do it. This one's going to be more aggressively positioned since it's stealthed, so it's much harder to spot. It looks like my opponent has, okay, pretty standard range shenanigans. So against something like that, I think we save up for the avalanche mortars, honestly. Can we make the avalanche mortar be the bloaty for Skaven? Well, unlike the bloaty, I can actually run it without fear, so I feel like it'll never fall into the same... It'll never fall into the same category, unfortunately. Alright, here we go, avalanche mortar. This is on you, the big play. They should do really well versus the Eternal Guard and infantry guys over there. Here we go. The bringers of the end times. Let's see how well they fare. And they'll want Rat Ogre support as fast as possible. Alright, so these guys are gonna pull here. Get my Jezzails to shoot at those archers. There we go. Have these guys just capture the point. And then we have the poison wind. Great. Avalanche mortars are nearly into position. Sweet. Hell Pit needs to go on 6 though. There we go. Let's get them. Let's see how well these guys do. I'm feeling they should do pretty good, right? Should be pretty good. Let's see. Is he gonna dodge it? Oh, he's trying to dodge it. And okay, actually gets pretty good dodge. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. It gets him to disengage though, which is everything I could hope for. The Jezzails too are just an amazing tool, and yeah, we're just gonna focus on trading here. So we're gonna play domination properly this time, and just go more so for the trades and actual point capturing. If you ever do want to get into domination, this is how you want to do it. Hey, Lift Waffles, thank you for joining the deck hands. Happy to have you here. That's Pit of Shades, and a Drycha. Pretty scary, pretty scary. I need another Rat Ogre over here, honestly. Yeah, new crew members. Very exciting. We'll get you in on the campaign side of things once we're back doing that. Let's see. I need more Rat Ogres here. Yeah. The thing about ranged armies is that I think the way that you want to play them in domination now is primarily you just want to play really safely at the start and just worry about trading. Like you can see here, we're up like about 500 gold value. And then if you can just sort of do that and just hunker down on good positions, you'll usually win out, from what I found. So this makes range play really strong. But the problem is if you take too long, it can get really hard to push your opponent. So if they just like hang back and play very safely themselves, it can be a little bit of a problem. Though in this case, our guys sort of move very aggressively. But yeah, we're basically still at the start of the game. We already have a huge trade advantage. I'd say we have a nice lead so far. Question is, what am I summoning next? I think, honestly, Rattling Gunners aren't too bad for how little cavalry he has. Rattling Gunners are a really nice option if you can overwhelm your opponent. Like, as long as they're able to stay safe, you're pretty happy about Rattling Gunners. Nice, and I don't even need to push for this middle point just yet. We can wait on that. Alright, Rattling Gunners away. And then my Rat Ogres can go ahead and kill off the Treekin. Should be good. See, let's get another Clan Rat summon. Nice. What are those? Wild Hunters? That's pretty scary. Let's bring in the Globadiers. The Globadiers are just the OP unit of the day, aren't they? Nice, there we go. Man, Rattling Gunners are so good versus infantry. In the right circumstances, they just annihilate. Okay, and then more Rat Ogres. Yeah, I'm really sort of feeling the Rat Ogre play. Trees OP. I wouldn't call this OP, I don't know about you. The mortars are killing themselves by shooting at the trees. No, I think they got shot up a bit by the archers, didn't they? I don't know. They honestly didn't get that much value, unfortunately. Let's just pull them back. I feel like they should have been here, right? Would have been way better. Alright, nice. Slow push continues. So we actually have like 5 minutes to capture this point. So we can actually take this pretty leisurely. I'm gonna just suicide these Poison Wing Globadiers because they're already dead. And nice, he took the bait. There we go. Oh my goodness. Dreaded 13th is such a good spell. It's a really good spell. Alright, more Rat Ogres. Let's see, do rat ogres trade up into dryads? It seems like they're taking a lot of damage there.
Protect me.
How about this over here? Looks like Drycha's going down. Very nice, very nice. Let's get the poison winds over there. I think at this point it's basically over. We've more or less traded up on all fronts, and we can just start ending the game. So from this point onwards, there will be no information that is useful for you guys. Tree's still OP. Oh, that's what you mean by trees OP. All right, I see, I see. Oh, Pit of Shades. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I gotta say, I'm really, really liking the Hell Pit Abomination. I think it's just, it feels like almost a must against, feels like almost a must if you're playing as Skaven. It just feels like every time I didn't have a big single entity, it always just felt sort of bad. Wow, there we go. There's the good shots. I think Wood Elves did less damage to me than me against my own troops. Not... that may not be entirely incorrect, honestly. I have not been too careful about my Globadier fire. Globadier micro is actually really weird and different. I still don't have a good hang of it. I feel like I'm often missing good opportunities for them to get the damage off. But eventually we'll get there. I just have to play more Skaven, honestly. Alright, nice. Eagle's gonna go down to the Wolf Rats. The thing is, Skaven are really, really good at playing on the defensive, because they just summon Rattling Gunners to help themselves out. And then they have Rat Ogres for emergency defense. Rattling Gunners, of course. They can summon Body Blockers right away. So they're just super comfortable. And then, of course, the Wolf Rats. Wolf Rats to help chase down units like this poor Eagle. It's great.
We obey.
Alright, nice. What's it? Yeah, the one that I lost was against the arguably one of the worst factions in multiplayer. Yeah, that was pretty rough. Though it was Flying Taco. Flying Taco is a really good ogre mate. So I'm not entirely surprised that I lost to him. He's a beast. Used to be a super competitive player back in the day too. Or maybe not super competitive, but he was definitely around very often. Oh, here we go. Oh, my game's getting all glitchy. But yeah, Flying Talker is a really good player. I feel like I could have won it with a better build, but what can you do? What the? That was really weird. What just happened? Did you guys just see that? You guys just see that bug? I cast a Dreaded 13th on these guys, and then it exploded on my lord, killed some of my own clan rats, and then none of them showed up. What the? We're being backstabbed. We're being backstabbed by our Skaven allies in true Skaven fashion. All right, I'll take it. Interesting bug, yeah. Miscast? The miscast shouldn't cancel it. It lagged out and I cast it twice, and then it just got all janky. Yeah, miscast. That's not how the miscast works. Miscast just makes them take damage. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Lore accurate. Yeah, it's definitely lore accurate. What happened? Yeah, this is the most accurate Skaven game we've seen yet. Oh, while I was looking away, I got 3,000 funds. So what I mean by don't pay attention to me once we're ahead. Once I get ahead in these games, I just stop playing properly. There we go. Let's group these guys up. Man, that was so weird though. That was really weird. I've never seen something like that happen before. And on a dice roll, it's a crit fail. It'd be so hilarious if cannons just blew up after like 6 shots on average. The crit fails on tabletop were that was something. Bouncing cannonballs. Good times, man. Good times. You know, I really wonder what Warhammer Total War would have looked like if it was fully faithful to tabletop. You know, we'd have banners and stuff. There'd be like so many interesting ideas. Unfortunately, not. Yeah, the bell tolls. The bell tolls. Yep. All right, nice. That's triple cap. So this should end in roughly 6 minutes. No. 800. So that means 3 minutes. No, 4 minutes. This battle ends in 4 minutes, guys. Oh man, ever since they changed this, I've had to recalculate how I do my end game calculations. Because I'm always just wildly off when I go by instinct. But yeah, we're roughly 4 minutes from the end of the game here. Yeah, and musicians. Yeah, musicians are pretty cool. Though I think Lore Master of Sotek's actually pretty anti-musician. Like, he's not anti-musician, but I think I recall him saying that banners weren't actually that interesting on tabletop. So maybe it doesn't matter that we don't have them. You should do an Enticity wind farming widow. No, an Enticity wind farming wood elf stream. Mandatory treekin in each game. You know, honestly, treekin aren't that bad in multiplayer. So I have theorized. They might actually be terrible. But I think they're okay. I think treekin are okay. The only problem is that they trade really slowly, right? And that they die to guns 24/7. But like, they got armor. No, they don't have armor piercing. Yeah, they're mostly normal damage. I guess they're just tanky, aren't they? Okay, maybe they are bad. Is my lord dying? I think my lord is dying. Are my Ratling gunners just... Are they rebelling? Have they finally rebelled against the man? It's just gunning down my lord. Get out of there. Is he getting sniped by something? Nah, it's these guys, the Glade Guard. Though I like the idea of my Ratling gunners just shooting right past them. Yeah, treekin aren't... They're not atrociously bad. They're no bloated corpses. I think most of us can agree on that. But they're not gonna be like, you know, they're not gonna be blowing your mind anytime soon. Looks like he's gonna be bringing in the eagle to shut down my lord, maybe. Let's de-summon him. Alright, nice, and he pulls back. Good stuff. Oh, hey, it's been a while since we got a Slanesh bot. Man, I forgot that they even existed for a hot second there. Let's see here. There we go. We got him. Yeah, Sigmar blesses Chad indeed. All right, nice. Yeah, I feel like Domination does need an army loss mechanic of some sort. Because it does drag on a little bit. Then again, I probably shouldn't be playing ladder anyways against these people. I don't know. As long as they're having fun, I guess. In theory, your opponent should be having fun until the moment they leave. So maybe it was fine. The bloats are the best unit. I just can't get behind bloats. Because they don't even have the spike of success. It's not even like gambling. The thing about bloated corpses is that it feels like you're just dropping money down the drain. At least with gambling, it feels like, oh, you know, I have a unit that might do really well. And then the 1 in 100 time where they actually do well, it's like, wow, that was sick. And then bloated corpses are just like, you want to burn money? You want to just burn money a bit? Isn't that fun? And then your chat's just like, hey, yo, you should burn money. I love burning money. Hey, GG, Texma. GG. Didn't mean to be rude last game, by the way. Though that did drag on a little bit, I must say. Just seems like a Total War multiplayer thing to fight till the bitter end. I think it can be really hard, though. It can be really hard to actually judge when... Because I've done it myself. I usually play like a couple of minutes after I think I've lost. Just to ensure that I've actually fully lost. This guy's an insta-locker, so we gotta make our build here and now while we can. Yeah, it can be difficult to tell when it's really over. There's a lot of other games where it's a bit easier. But there's also the fact that there's like a big sort of just skill difference in that I've played Warhammer a ton. So I can tell it's over like, you know, 2 minutes in where like other people might like, you know, it might go up to like 7 minutes, let's say. And then they might want to scrap it out more after that. So, you know, it's a little bit weird. What's your profile picture supposed to be? It is a D&D character that I made a long time ago. His name was Ent. And he got murdered. But it was just a random picture I found. I was just like, this one's pretty cool. And it sort of stuck. I like how much it sort of pops. There's a lot of like bright colors there that makes it easier to identify that it's his eye, Enticity. Who do I want to take as a lord? I'm tempted to go for Snicketch just so that he doesn't die. Tempted to go for Snicketch. Is there a tankier lord than him? Like, I could go for the Queek. He'll still die to blue fire, though. Skaven are insanely susceptible to snipe, so you have to be very careful. I think we'll go for an ultra cheap Snicketch. Maybe we can pin down the big bird himself. We're gonna go for a bit of kite action, a little bit of hell pit abomination action, as I think this takes a while to kill with blue fire. Actually, that's not a great idea. Hell pit abomination can go down very quickly if he knows what he's doing. Alternatively, I'm actually feeling the Doom Flayers versus Zinch. Doom Flayers are pretty hot. I like this. I like where this is going very much. We get the Warlock Engineer. Howling Warp Gale to pin down his lord. Very, very nice. Yeah, it's like an Eshin build with random Doom Flayers and a Warlock Engineer. So this guy's the mechanic for these. And then the rest can be Eshin-y. What else does Zinch do? It's land battle. He can go real cheesy. But I think like the mass ranged is pretty good in our favor here. Man, I really want a Wolf Rat. I just don't think they'll do very well. Honestly, Teeth Breakers are pretty hype. Just as a cleanup tool. Or I could go for Natty Boobos. They're pretty good. I like the Teeth Breakers. You know what? We're gonna go full kite. Full kite with a little bit of Icked in there. Avalanche Mortar? Not this time. You know who's also ultra cheap? Tretch, yeah. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Oh, man. Tretch and... You guys just want every build to be Tretch and Avalanche Mortars. Chat with the zero creativity. Speaking about bloats, why are you called the Kraken King? It's because I brought the Kraken's pull one game against Felcon. And in one of the most epic Vampire Coast vs. Dark Elf games I've ever played in my life. It was glorious, man. Those were my golden days when I was facing up against the best of the best in multiplayer with my dreaded Vampire Coast. I was so much of a Vampire Coast main, and I had practiced them so much. People would ask to not be faced against me. It was a real power trip, I gotta say. And then from there, eventually, Turn bestowed upon me the title of Kraken King for my efforts against for my efforts in multiplayer. It was a really good time, man. That was when I was like grinding for tournaments 24/7. Back working at Honeywell back then, man. It's crazy. Yeah, Vampire Coast in its heyday. The thing is, I didn't even catch them at their peak. They used to be even stronger. I caught Vampire Coast sort of, I caught them in their second peak. And then from there, they sort of dwindled down, and then I learned other factions, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah, it was all downhill from there until today, where they got buffed up. Their animated Hulks are so much stronger now. It's great. Alright, now for the Zinch build, what we got? We got a whole bunch of blues and a big bird. Exalted Lord of Change. Nothing too special over there. Let's stealth up. Honestly, these Doom Flayers are going to be great. I love how he's looking at my army. He literally only just sees like 4 Doom Flayers and a random Warlock Engineer. He doesn't know what's about to hit him. Now, I have to be really careful about this Exalted Lord of Change. He could potentially cause me a lot of issues here. Just because he can poke down, he can regenerate his shield, so I don't want to waste ammo. Just get the Rattling Gunners in here. And I'm gonna go for the flank instead. Some flanking action will do well here. He doesn't have that much mass, which is greatly to my advantage. So yeah, he does have 2 points, so I have to be a little bit wary. But I think what we can do now is we can sort of push forwards. Yeah, let's start pushing forwards. Get the Doom players in there. And then pull these guys up. Oh, we're out of range. That's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, he had knights. The surprise knights. Get out of there. All right, here we go. Net him down. Target fire. Bring him down. Bring down the bird. Bring down the bird. Yeah, look at that. Oh, we can't net him again. That's unfortunate. Oh, he's spamming landing and flying, I think. Oh my gosh, that damage. That is some glorious damage, I must say. That is, that actually, that worked a lot better than I thought it would. Oh my gosh, he's straight up just dead. We killed him. Oh, I love that so much. Wow, that worked better than I could have hoped for. All right, now he's got to kill the rest of these guys. Main problem is that he does have them big boys. Man, that guy's usually so hard to kill. That's insane. That was bonkers. Yeah, the Eshin assassination. It worked. It actually worked. Oh my gosh. Wow. That went so well. I've never seen a big bird die that quickly before. That's insane. Oh my goodness. All right, now we just gotta close it out. Close it out. Get the Rattling Gunners. Kill off all that mobility. I'm not forgetting a unit, right? Let's see here. Flinting Ruin on these guys. Those Furies should disintegrate in a second, and then we'll be good to go. Man. Yeah, Eshin God tier. Who would have guessed it? Eshin. Eshin is how you beat Tzeentch. Alright, let's see. I don't think he has a way to kill off. I didn't even need to use my second net. But this is only for grounded units, so it wouldn't have actually done too much. Alright, nice. Looking good, looking good. Chaos Knights are slowed down to like nothing. 60 speed. They're only like 11 speed faster than my guys. Poor Chaos Knights. Alright. We can go ahead and kite them out. And then, nice. Cycle charge over here. He did a good job protecting with his weird spawn, but I think we've still got it. Oh my gosh, it's Lanesh. The invasion. There we go. And they're gone. Alright. Now how do we clean up here? It's still a little bit awkward. We actually don't have that much armor piercing damage. Had he spammed out more knights, we actually would have probably lost it. But you know, most people don't spam knights against Skaven. It's usually a pretty bad idea, so I can see why he did it. That shall be winning it for us. Honestly, this build feels like it's almost where I want it to be. Though I guess we did run into very exceptional circumstances there. Had he kept his Lord alive and just blue fire spammed me, it would have been way worse for me. Oh, he's going for the Snickage kill. Interesting, interesting. We'll take it, we'll take it. Maybe he'll go down. No, honestly, I am sort of running out of Doom players. We might even lose this. That's the crazy part. Come on, don't lose it. Oh, Snickage is dead. Snickage is mega dead. Never seen a more dead man in my life. Let's see here. Got a Flinting Ruin over here. Yeah, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. I think we win this off the backs of our Rattling Gunners, perhaps. But this guy's sort of coming back. He's sort of coming back here. I can't believe it. The Forsaken. The Forsaken getting the work done today. Alright, let's get these guys to a safe position. Brace these guys up in the trees. There goes our Lord. I swear, we're gonna lose this. Oh, we're actually gonna lose this. Oh, no. No, not like this. Not after the epic kill. Alright, alright. Alright, I might have been overconfident, guys. Yeah, the spawn are terrifying. And then we don't have the Lord either. His Forsaken actually did so good. Not gonna lie, those Forsaken were real spicy. Alright, we'll still scrap it out, we'll still scrap it out. If I can get these guys to rally, and then we can kill the Chaos Knights. No, it's over, yeah, that's a GG. Wow, valiant defeat. What a way to end it. Tzeentch. Bleed, our bleed. We got beat by our Bronze League champion. No, he had a good build there. Dang, I was really surprised. The armor. The armor really did well. Honestly, my Doom Flayers didn't do anything. Look at these guys. I brought 4 of them and they paid off as much as like 1 Doom Flayer. Rough time. Snickers didn't do much either. The only big play was the Lord. GG. Oh wait, I made it a win. I didn't win. What am I doing? There you go. 2 losses. GG. Chariots. The Chariots didn't do enough. The Knights of Tzeentch, hard carry. Honestly, these 2 units, excellent hard carry. You know, I guess if we had Poison Wind Globadiers, we would have won it, but such is the way of things. Anyways, I think... Yeah, now you doubt the whole system. Anyways, I think I'm pretty good now. I'm a go call it a day. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow with some good old multiplayer action, hosting our very own domination tournament. You can check that out over here. Check that out. You can sign up for yourself if you want to play it. If not, feel free to tune in and watch. We'll be streaming at the same time as we usually do. I think that's basically it. Now, how do you raid on YouTube? How do you raid on YouTube? Isn't there like a function? Is Legend streaming right now? If he's not, I don't know who to raid. Legend of Total War. Oh, he is. Okay, sick. So how do you raid? I wanna raid Legend for once. Let's see. How to raid someone on YouTube? So I gotta go to the community tab and do some weird shenanigans. Let's see here. This will take a hot second, so if you wanna head out, feel free to. Let's see. So if I go to like YouTube Studio. Yeah, well I only stream for like 3 hours a day, so we're gonna leave it on a loss. Let's see. So if I go here. If I go here and then I can find the stream. Then I think. See, viewer activity, stream health. Where's the raid button? Why's YouTube gotta be so convoluted for? Share. Add stream marker. No. Yeah, it's like hella complicated, guys. But I gotta do it at least once. No, that's the feedback. I should send feedback. I should be like, make your rating easier, guys. Oh man, giving feedback to YouTube's worse than giving feedback to CA. You stay to raid. Let's see here. So I believe if I go here to my channel and then I go to settings, community, right? Then we go down here. All right, you know, we're gonna have to look up a YouTube video, guys. Let's see here. How to raid on YouTube. Let's see. It'll take a hot second, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's gonna be like the most lackluster raid ever. I think that adds to the charm, though. Okay, let's see. So what? Okay, click there. Schedule the stream. Yeah, I got stream scheduled. We're good. Oh no, my bad. It's called live redirects because YouTube doesn't know how to name their features. What? This video doesn't explain anything. It explains nothing. Take 2. So if I go this video, come on, Senpai Gaming, it's up to you. Let's see here, Tomb Limited. No, he doesn't explain it either. He's just complaining about it. How to send and receive a live redirect. Okay, sick. Here we go. This is it, guys. Allow live redirects. Okay. I think I got that. Yo, this is it, guys. This is it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. And then, let's see here. Change privacy settings. Okay, that looks about right. Man, it's so complicated. On Twitch, it's literally just a button that you can click. All right. Community. Okay, customization tab. Okay, so let's see here. Customization. Okay, so I gotta get to the stream settings. All right, we're getting there, guys. It'd be funny if Legend ended the stream before the raid. Ooh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, so if I go here, customization. Here we go. Redirect. Add. Yes, this is it. Search from other channels. Legend. Yes. Save. Okay, so now what? Redirects allow you to keep viewers engaged. Are you guys feeling engaged? Across multiple events. Add a live stream or premiere for people to watch after yours ends. Okay, so I think I literally just end the stream and suddenly we're all watching Legend of Total War. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Remember, our greeting call is this. Space enter. Literally just an empty message with your name. Alright, and then we'll see how that goes. So if I gotta open up Legend stream to make sure this works. Let's see here. Legend of Total War. Alright, I'll see you there. I'll see you there. Let's see if this works. Let's end this bad boy. Boom.